Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Justin Betty. Today, news cameras got their first look inside Fort McCoy in western Wisconsin. The military base is one of several sites across the country housing refugees from Afghanistan. Site leaders say roughly 12,700 refugees live there right now. On site, they get access to food, shelter, medical care, even education or school as they complete their immigrant paperwork, undergo health screenings, and prepare to resettle more permanently in communities across the United States.
We have guests here who have served and sacrificed with us, who helped us. Many here previously wounded in combat. We have a large number of pregnant women with us, a large number of college women, and almost half of our population here are wonderfully vibrant and beautiful children.
It's a soccer game going on behind the news conference. Aside from the security screenings, base officials say the refugees are also being vaccinated for measles, mumps, rubella, chickenpox, polio, and COVID-19. Some of the refugees at Fort McCoy are preparing to move out soon, and a few dozen of them will be coming to the Wausau area. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson talked to organizers there today about how they're preparing.
Around 20 Wausau churches are working together for one mission: welcoming refugees.
It is very special and a great privilege to be part of this movement.
The vision came to Pastor Rebecca Voss during a Bible study. Voss and other congregation members at First United Methodist Church wanted to help make Wausau welcoming and hospitable to everyone, specifically refugees.
We want to be available as a church and as a community to really help people from all over find a new beginning here in Wausau.
Pastor Voss knows acceptance is a long-standing virtue in her church.
Right behind me is a stained glass window that was put in this church when it was built in the late 60s, long before Wausau had any diversity whatsoever. And I think it's always been a vision of this church and community to be a place that is welcoming to all types of people from all over the world.
It was just coincidence when Afghans started to flee to the United States and arrived at Fort McCoy just a few hours away. Wausau could soon be home to up to 85 refugees, including some from Afghanistan. Pastor Voss reached out to Wausau Mayor Katie Rosenberg to discuss how Wausau could become a place for resettlement.
What we're going to be doing is making sure we understand each other, cultivate those relationships, making sure that everyone feels safe and welcome. That's our job here.
To Rosenberg, it's more than just a good deed.
This is part of our moral obligation. Our country has been at war for 20 years in this country, and these people are coming. They've worked alongside of our troops. They've helped keep us safe. This is part of what we do, is we make sure that they are safe too.
But Rosenberg's vision for the future are only part of what will make Wausau a good community to resettle. The other part? The 80-plus boxes of donations Pastor Voss and other area churches have collected for refugees.
Yesterday, a big truck came to pick them all up. Large, size boxes of clothing and shoes and coats and things like that people donated.
Reporting for Newswatch 12 in Wausau, I'm Morgan Johnson.
Outside, Jeff, felt like midsummer again today.
Yep, temperatures back up in the low 80s for highs. We might do it again tomorrow before some big changes come our way Saturday into Sunday. But look at these temperatures today. We felt it, right? 81 in Rhinelander, 82 for Wausau. We don't do this very often. For the 43rd time this summer, we hit 40 or 80 or above in Rhinelander. Okay, so temperatures out there right now. We're at 62 in Rhinelander, 56 for Antigo. It's comfortable. These are not going to drop off as quickly as it did last night because we have increasing clouds out there right now. And there's actually thunder showers across parts of Minnesota. Those will stay there tonight, but we will have a few areas of extra cloud cover across the area this evening, and that will give us some higher temperatures. But here we go to the west. Here's that front, right? It's been kind of hanging out there for a couple days. That's moving our direction for tomorrow evening, most likely arriving right after the football games tomorrow night into early parts of Saturday morning. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, not as cold, with low temperatures down near 54. Your full forecast is coming up, Justin.
All right, thanks, Jeff. A Weston couple is now officially charged in the death of their 5-year-old daughter. 36-year-old Sumitra Stolp faces first-degree reckless homicide and 4 other counts. Her husband, 40-year-old Jonathan Stolp, is charged with neglecting a child and 2 other counts. The investigation into the child's death began back in August after the child was brought to an area hospital with a skull fracture and brain bleed. Medical experts said the child had trauma to both sides of the head and that the injury appeared to be non-accidental. The couple was due back in court in December. 1 person is dead after a crash in Lincoln County this morning. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office says the vehicle was traveling on State Route 107 in the township of Rock Falls when it left the road and hit a number of trees. They believe speed was a factor. The driver was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say the victim's name will be released tomorrow after they notify family. The crash remains under investigation. Schwabing and Nicolay National Forest officials have announced they are closing the area around where a plane crashed Tuesday, killing 3 people. Here's a map of the off-limits section between 7 Mile Lake and Butternut Lake near Hiles, east of Eagle River. People who live in the area are allowed to go to their homes, but they need to stay off National Forest land. That cause of that crash is also still under investigation. It's now been 3 months since Hannah Miller was shot and killed outside Rhinelander. Well, murders are very rare here. Across Wisconsin, dozens of people are murdered in domestic violence situations by an abuser every year. 68 lives lost in the year 2020 alone. Newswatch 12's Cooper Henkel has details.
The thing that I'm really hoping for is that Christopher Anderson is going to be extradited during the month of October, and for him to come to Rhinelander and be like, why is everything purple? And you know, he'd ask somebody, and for someone to say Domestic Violence Awareness Month, that's huge.
The whole month of October recognizes domestic violence. The color purple symbolizing the struggle victims face in addressing a crisis Vicki says most people are happy to overlook.
We need it to be okay for someone to go somewhere for help. We need to be okay with domestic violence. It's awful that it happens, but it does. And so we need to be able to face it head on and help people.
That's why she wants purple everywhere you look in October.
We want to paint the town purple.
Tri-County will provide purple ribbons you can pick up at their office. They'll also be decorating the courthouse and turning the dome purple.
We have a lot of things planned for October, and I am very excited.
Tri-County will host 2 vigils, one for Miller and one for the 68 Wisconsinites murdered due to domestic violence in 2020, along with other events throughout the month of October. You can find details about the whole month's events on their Facebook page. When asked what the simplest thing people can do to help those facing domestic violence,
it's really important to not focus on the victim and why the victim is not doing things. That's not the problem. The problem is the person who's committing the crime, because it is a crime.
In Rhinelander, Cooper Henkel, Newswatch 12.
Again, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Stay with Newswatch 12. We will continue to look at domestic violence, the complex legal hurdles victims face in getting justice, and how our culture perpetuates these issues throughout the month. The U.S. federal government will not shut down at midnight tonight, as some feared. Today, both the House and Senate passed a short-term spending bill to keep the government open until early December. White House spokespeople say President Biden then signed that bill into law this evening. The state of Wisconsin has entered into a nearly $17 million multi-year contract with software development company Flexion to update their unemployment claim system. Lawmakers say the system was overwhelmed last year when so many people started filing claims at the beginning of the pandemic. That led to delays in processing, some folks waiting months to get their checks. Federal funds are being used to pay for the entire computer upgrade project. The Wisconsin State Journal reported Wednesday the State Department of Workforce Development estimates the cost of that project at about $90 million. Here in Wisconsin, the number of new COVID-19 cases each day continues to fall this week. Today, the State Department of Health Services reports roughly 2,300 new cases today, dropping our daily average for the last week to about 2,400. Meanwhile, today, DHS reports 17 new deaths. We're averaging about 14 per day over the last week, just shy of 8,000 statewide since the pandemic began. Well, the calendar flips to October in less than 2 hours now. But this week, it's felt more like the middle of summer outside. Jeff's in to let us know how long these temperatures will stick around. That's next on Newswatch 12 at 10.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Our wonderful therapy department, our nursing staff that goes above and beyond. We want to make sure that you're comfortable and feel like you're almost at home. We're going to take care of you the best way we can.
Rennis Health and Rehab Center, your home.
Hi, Bob Pucci for the Take Kid Hunting Foundation. We're having the Antigo Gun Show this weekend at the Langley County Fairgrounds on Highway 45. Admission is $6, 14 under are free. Show hours are Friday from 3 p.m. to 8, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 9 to 3.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
To the dentist.
To the dentist. To the dentist.
We're off to see the dentist, the most wonderful dentist of all. They are the whiz of all there is that has teeth involved. If ever a doc there was, these are them because of the painless care that causes a buzz. We're off to see the dentist, the most wonderful dentist of all.
Did you know that someone turns 50 every 7 seconds? So we're over 50. Let's have a little fun.
Join us for Boomer Expo, presented by Ho Chunk Gaming Wittenberg, Saturday, October 2nd at the Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center in Rothschild from 9 to 3 p.m.
Explore products and services in the areas of health, wellness, travel, finance, and more, with giveaways, screenings, and seminars.
Visit wasaboomers.com to reserve your booth or for more information.
Free admission, everyone's welcome. Boomer Expo is brought to you by Sunrise Broadcasting and these fine sponsors.
There's only one place to turn for your Northwood sports highlights, analysis, and more. Sports Watch 12 with Nate MOHAWK and Griffin Stroing. Miss any of the action? Go to WJFW.com to relive the excitement. Sports Watch 12. This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
If you were awake 15 hours ago, you saw this sunrise today. Kind of fiery out there. There is some smoke in the upper atmosphere again. But then the sun came up and we had lots of sunshine all day long today. And temperatures still love sunshine this time of the year, with highs back up in the low 80s across much of the area. Now tomorrow, we could do upper 70s to a couple low 80s back in there again. But look at this. Here we are, 81 in Rhinelander. Also for Tomahawk, 82 for Wausau. Even a couple mid-80s across western Wisconsin earlier. Again, tomorrow warm again, followed by some changes getting in here on Saturday. Okay, so outside right now, notice how yesterday these temperatures were already in the 40s and 50s. Not so much out there now. We're in the 60s mostly across the area because this area is more humid. There's a couple cloud areas out there that will hold temperatures up this evening into tomorrow morning. Keep in mind, tomorrow is October 1st. The average high is 63, the average low being 39, record low being 21 back in 1918, and the sun set earlier at 6:39. Okay, so going forward, tomorrow 77, but a couple of you could do 80 again, and then the front's going to come through tomorrow night. Cool us off a bit for Saturday, but still not cool for Saturday. And then it's back to reality, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But I got to tell you, all signs now, or at least most signs now, computer forecast model-wise, point toward a big warm-up toward the end of next week. That could probably put us back in the 70s again for next weekend into beyond that. Keep in mind, that's getting into middle portions of October. Are you ready for that? Okay, outside now, here you go. Things are changing, right? So cloud cover out there now across parts of the area. The clear skies have gone away. And on the radar regionally now are some thunder showers across parts of Minnesota. That's what's coming our way for tomorrow. Now, we've been watching this thing for several days, as you know. Remember how like on Tuesday, it was across the Dakotas, Wednesday over here, Thursday right here. So you get the idea. It's slowly going this direction, but there's a strong high pressure sitting about right there, kind of keeping this at bay. It will give way. The pressure's falling outside right now, and we do have thunder showers back in the forecast for tomorrow evening. Now, timing-wise would suggest currently they'll arrive after the football games tomorrow night, but it's close. It's really close, and they could have lightning with them as well. That could mess with a few of the games tomorrow evening. But here we go now. High pressure's in charge. Here's the front to the west. That's giving way. That's going to move our direction, and that's the front that's going to begin to cool us off on Saturday and Sunday. Futurecast shows us very well. So high pressure here, kind kind of picture it, keeping everything over there for now, but it will give way. And here's Saturday morning now, looking at more showers across the area. But again, a couple of these could have lightning and thunder in them that could mess with the games tomorrow evening. Our forecast then for tonight is mostly clear skies with some dense fog out there again as the area has already gone calm. Look for low temperatures down near 54, so warmer than it was last night, and the area is already calm. For tomorrow, it's Friday. Lots of cloud cover. We'll call it increasing clouds throughout the day. A bit breezy too as that front approaches from the west. The southwest wind could gust near 25, bumping that temperature up near 80 once again tomorrow. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow evening we get some thunder showers in here, most likely after sunset, and then even more likely closer to midnight tomorrow night. Rain showers linger into Saturday morning. Then we dry out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, cooler with temperatures in the 60s. Justin.
Thanks, Jeff. Well, it looks like Rhinelanders trick-or-treating will happen on Halloween after all, after Mayor Chris Frederickson vetoed a city council decision to move it a day earlier. Halloween falls on a Sunday this year, and some city council members thought it might be better to move it to Saturday so it wouldn't be a school night. Mayor Chris Frederickson issued a veto because he wanted to keep the tradition of trick-or-treating on Halloween. Adding the original vote to change the date stemmed from a misunderstanding during Monday's council meeting. The downtown trick-or-treating event will be on Saturday, October 30th. A Northwoods volleyball team held a hero dinner tonight, and they weren't honoring anyone for what they did on the court. Nate's in with details in sports after the break.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Builders Service Incorporated, Elco.
Ripco Credit Union, since 1932. In the best of times and in times that require just a little more flexibility and kindness. We've been here, we'll be here. We are here for you. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class-exclusive available Pro-Power onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
How many times have you searched the same thing? What to make for dinner, kid-friendly meals, easy party food. Stop searching and look no further than the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with new recipes every day on Newswatch 12 Today and Newswatch 12 at 6. The Test Kitchen has you covered for every meal, snack, and craving. Now, how many ways can you say, "Ooh, it's so good"? Mr. Food Test Kitchen, brought to you by Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio and Golden Carrot Jewelers.
Everybody loves popcorn and puffs, so Newswatch 12 and Minocqua Popcorn and Puffs want to help you celebrate by sending tasty birthday treats.
If you want your chance to win a gourmet bucket of popcorn for your loved one, make sure you submit your entry for our birthday club at WJFW.com.
One lucky viewer will win a free half-gallon bucket of Minocqua popcorn.
Ripco Credit Union, since 1932. In the best of times and in times that require just a little more flexibility and kindness. We've been here, we'll be here. We are here for you. Federally insured by NCUA.
Coming up on Friday, we'll be joined by some furry friends from the Catkins Animal Rescue.
And we'll be talking about cooler temperatures and an increase in humidity. I'll have those details and more coming up for your Friday morning.
Sports Watch 12 with Nate MOHAWK starts now.
Sports can exist in its own sort of world, and we may forget about the people who are help keeping the real world running safely. But the Leona Wabeno volleyball team decided to honor first responders with a hero dinner. The team cooked up pulled pork, cheesy potatoes, baked beans. I'm getting hungry just talking about it. Around 50 attendees showed up for the event, and the team says it's a small way to say thank you for all the support the community has given them over the past few years.
We decided that, hey, let's honor our local heroes, considering, with COVID and everything that's going on. I mean, it was important to give back.
And they're always here for us when it comes to regional championships, and I mean, even conference championship, they welcome us back to the community.
I think it really means a lot just because from the start, freshman year, they've really done a lot for us. That's what means a lot to us to give back and really have them be appreciative of that.
And after the dinner, the team hit the court to take on Shiocton. And in the opening set of this one, Shiocton got out to an early lead, but here come the Rebels. Elizabeth Crosby drops a pin on this spike, and this one is tied up early. And just moments later, Rebels trying to grow their lead. Jacqueline St. Peter going right down Broadway for the kill. Leona Wabino goes up by 4, and sometimes it helps just to be lucky. Holly Gilligan on the serve, a little bit of help from the net, a changeup for the ace. I'm sure she meant to do that, of course. The Rebels would take care of business and win this match in 3 sets. When you play 6 games, you typically start to develop an identity. But for Mosinee football, their identity is to keep the defense guessing. Mosinee dropped their first game of the season to Stratford, but since then, they haven't looked back. And they're led on offense by quarterback Trevor Garski. The senior has passed for nearly 1,500 yards on the season. The team is far from being one-dimensional. And head coach Craig Martins told me every week can be a new look for this Mosinee attack. And with the depth they have on offense, they're telling teams, pick your poison.
We had weeks where we'll win with, 9 rushing yards, because they're just packing the box. And to us, it's counterintuitive. If they're going to pack the box, we're not going to run right at a brick wall. People ask, what's your goal? Are you 50-50? I'm like, it depends on what the defense is giving us.
We'll have to wait and see what the Rhinelander defense is giving them. And of course, we'll have full highlights tomorrow night on the Blitz. The Brewers already locked up their spot in the postseason and an NL Central title. But over the last few weeks, the St. Louis Cardinals have been giving them fits. And after ending St. Louis's historic winning streak on Wednesday, they were back in action this afternoon in the top of the third. Luis Arias is tying the game at 1 with this solo home run. And the guy they call Huicho has his career-leading 23rd bomb on the season. But in the bottom half, Dylan Carlson sends a drive to deep left center field. JBJ can't bring this one back. The Cards are back on top 2-1. And jumping to the fourth now, Keston Hira, who also announced his mom is in remission from cancer earlier today, coming through to give Milwaukee the lead. Talk about having a great day for the Hira family. Brewers back on top 3-2. But in the sixth, Dylan Carlson switching sides of the plate, but it's the same result. His second homer of the game. That one puts the Cards ahead for good, and they're back in the win column as they drop the Brewers 4-3. Justin.
Thanks, Nate. The North Woods of Wisconsin are, of course, home to many trees and plants. But one local man is having a lot of success growing crops in an unusual way. It involves fish. We'll have details after the break.
Give your home a fresh update and save big money with MOHAWK Tile from Menards. MOHAWK features a large selection of beautiful and durable ceramic, porcelain, mosaic, and glass tile. Get the job done right with professional quality tile installation products from Tech. Menards carries Tech mortar and grout to install with all floor and wall tile sizes and types. Get 11% off MOHAWK Tile and Tech installation products now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Winter's coming. Fight back against rust and protect your investment with Rust Solutions underbody rust proofing for vehicles, trailers, and dump trucks. Call to make your appointment today.
Beautiful 3 Lakes home, including 2 bedrooms, walkout basement, 7 acres, 3-car garage, large deck, and heated workshop. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Music every weekend, never a cover, and drinks priced right. TV, pool, darts, and more. Happy's Pub in downtown Woodruff.
At Save More Marketplace, our expansive produce section features a large organic selection of the freshest fruits and vegetables. Get ready to fire up your grill with the finest cuts of Black Angus beef, USDA Prime, Wagyu ribeye, over 15 varieties of brats made in-house, and so much more. Our Scratch Bakery has fresh breads and custom cakes and design specialties for any occasion. Our deli has a great selection of meats, cheeses, and quick and easy meals. And with Save More on the go, we bring the freshness to you.
You've heard the saying, if it looks like bacon and it tastes like sausage,
It's probably Johnsonville sausage strips. Oh, you never heard that? Well, sausage strips are pretty new. They're strips of sausage in amazing flavors like maple and chorizo. You can find this meaty miracle butter bacon, even though it's sausage.
Whoa.
Not only can I customize my fabric, I can choose the layout of my sectional as well. Perfect. This looks amazing.
I think it's time to upgrade this old dining room set. Lakeland Furniture and Mattress really does have every style of high-quality furniture to choose from.
Lakeland Furniture and Mattress has a large selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses. Buy it now, get it now. Visit our locations in Minocqua and Anago.
An Armstrong Creek man has found a unique way to provide his family with fresh vegetables year-round using plants and fish. Newswatch 12's Georgina Fernandez shows us how it works.
For Scott Good and his family, around 50% of everything they consume comes right from their backyard.
Well, we've basically been hunter-gatherers, you'd call it, living off the land.
And in June, they added a new addition to their farm-to-table lifestyle.
Over here, we have some strawberries that we're working on, and obviously they're doing pretty good.
It's called an aquaponics system.
2 3,000-gallon tanks in the ground, and in those tanks we're raising fish. The water from the fish is then pumped up to grow beds where it nourishes the plants and cleans the water, so that it's a symbiotic relationship.
That dirty water you see right now is being pumped up here to the plants. There, the plants receive the nutrition and bring once again clean water down to the fish, and that cycle just keeps on going. In just the last month and a half, Good says they have doubled the amount of vegetables they would have grown in a more traditional way.
I was saying, we're most surprised with these cucumbers. We've had such growth on them. They've blossomed, and we have to actually hand pollinate a lot of these. There's not enough bees in here to do it themselves, but I mean, we're getting cucumbers, and here's a good one, ready to pick.
The new system would allow them to grow vegetables year-round.
And then the growth up here is just tremendous. About 2 weeks ago, we only had this unit running, and we took half the plants and put them over here once we got this one going, and these just filled in.
In this space, he says they could fit an additional 500 pots. Good says he hopes to share his love with others and build systems just like these ones for schools.
This will be one of the smaller units if we do go that route to build for science classes and home units. We have a tank that rolls underneath there. Could have fresh vegetables and herbs year-round.
When you shop Goodwill for amazing deals on back-to-school items, you make an impact. Your support keeps items out of the landfill and fuels job training and opportunities for people with barriers to employment. When you shop and donate back to school at Goodwill, Goodwill starts with you.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class exclusive available Pro Power onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
When it comes to business banking, some do one thing well, but Royal Credit Union does everything well, just like we've been doing since 1964. Here's what our members are saying.
I don't know if I can recall a time that Royal didn't go above and beyond for me. They do their best to understand the intent and how the services that are available within the Royal Credit Union platform can make things easier.
Join Royal today at rcu.org/yourbusiness. Insured by NCUA.
To the dentist. To the dentist. To the dentist.
We're off to see the dentist, the most wonderful dentist of all. They are the whiz of all there is that has teeth involved. If ever a doc there was, these are them because of the painless care that causes a buzz. We're off to see the dentist, the most wonderful dentist of all.
Is your basement broken? Is your crawl space a disaster? Is the concrete around your house sinking or uneven? If the answer is yes, call SureDry, voted best basement waterproofing and foundation repair company across Northeast and Central Wisconsin. We've offered permanent solutions to more than 25,000 satisfied customers since 1994. We've probably fixed your neighbor's basement, crawl space, or concrete, and we'd love to fix yours too. Call SureDry today.
When you shop Goodwill for amazing deals on back-to-school items, you make an impact. Your support keeps items out of the landfill and fuels job training and opportunities for people with barriers to employment. When you shop and donate back to school at Goodwill, Goodwill starts with you.
Huge auction, 3 Lakes, Wisconsin, 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner, plow truck, tools, sporting goods, building materials, home contents, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auction for more details.
Take it away, boys. All right, Nate and Justin, our drive home will be in the 60s this evening across much of the area, so not as cold as it was last night. The problem is this. Here we go. Nate, I know your eyes are on this.
Yes.
This is showers and storms across parts of Minnesota, moving our direction for tomorrow evening. Current timing suggests arrival after the games tomorrow night, but it's going to be close. The problem with this one is there could be lightning and thunder in there as well. It all gets out here Saturday morning, and then it'll look cooler temperatures are on the horizon, but still above average through much of next week.
It's a pretty nice week ahead once we get there.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys. Thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next. Have a great night.